Russell Westbrook is one of the best point guards to ever play the game. A freak of nature and ferocious competitor who always puts winning over everything.
Off the turnover, Westbrook. And no one can stop him. He is strong, he is fast. Westbrook splits the defense and throws it down.
It doesn't matter if you're a fan or not, Russ at his peak was a monster.
There's really nobody to compare Russell.
Let's take a look and listen to what NBA players think of Russell Westbrook.
How many similarities do you see between you and Russell Westbrook?
A ton. I mean, I didn't smile much on the court either when I, but he plays the game with such an energy and such an aggressiveness, it's I think that needs to be appreciated. I mean, he's not out there trying to be cute with the basketball. He's not out there trying to make friends. I mean, this guy's playing hard every time down. And it takes a lot of energy to be able to do that.
I don't know another player like Westbrook. I mean, it was a stretch where Russell Westbrook was the greatest player on the planet, hands down, both sides of the floor. What he was doing on the offensive end of the floor, scoring 40, being able to get 20 assists, but also what he was doing on the defensive end of the floor. Like, you feared him on the defensive end of the floor with his ability to be able to attack the ball. How he attacked on offense, he was attacking that way on defense, and it was like, oh.
One thing about Russ, we all know, no matter what people say about him or how he's playing, he competes. I know they love that about him, because every night he shows up and plays hard, so that's something you can't teach. It's kind of a lost art these days.
I can't do it either.
Like playing with Russ, and I never seen somebody jump that high or run that fast or be that explosive ever in anything in my life. You know what I'm saying? And to see that up close every night and know that he has a physical advantage over every point guard he playing against, I had the utmost confidence walking into every game. I'm like, my man is coming to go hard on all y'all.
On everybody.
And I know it. Y'all don't know it yet, but he going hard on everybody.
Like, for real.
He back down to the point where it's like, yo, chill for a second, big homie. You know what I'm saying? But you like that aggression.
I've never seen a player give maximum effort every single night like him. Even Jordan didn't play as hard as Russell Westbrook does. And Michael's the greatest of all time. But this guy gives maximum effort every single play, every single night. And you got to respect that.
I've never seen a guy like Westbrook. Let's put that out front, in terms of just energy and stamina and coming at you, right?
I love Russ.
I know you
From
do.
day one. When you get a guy like that plays hard every single night and gives you everything every single night, and he plays every night.
Single night.
And he plays the same way so like teams that acquire him or teams that, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a tough dude, tough-minded.
Don't watch him.
He's out of control. Out of control, good.
He played the same.
That's who he is. He's like the Energizer Bunny, man. He just doesn't get tired. He doesn't get tired, and when he had that passion for the game too as well. That it's very doable.
I know him, but he don't know like that, but I'll die for Russ. Yeah, for some reason, dog, I just, the way he played the game, the way he approached it every night, like, I just, he's somebody that I wish I could have been his teammate.
I played against Westbrook when he was a senior in high school.
A lot of pickup games at UCLA, what happened, but this particular day, Kobe came.
And I remember thinking, this kid, he wasn't scared at all. He was like getting after it. The same Russell that you see now. He was the same way back then.
When I was younger and watching him, he was competing like it was the finals. And to me, it was so inspiring because it allowed me to understand, like, this is what you need to be like, regardless of where you at, what you're doing, however you playing. And I took that attitude and ran with it.
Westbrook plays mean. He played mean like I did, with an aggression, much the way I play.
I always have to earn everything I've gotten, and that's kind of the only way I know how to play, and the only way I know how to go out there and compete.
Russ is an animal.
Damn, I love Russ. Okay. I love Russ.
Okay,
I love Brody.
Who's bringing what Russ is bringing?
Nobody.
Thanks for cutting me off. I didn't want to finish that question.
Nobody.
He doesn't care. And when I say like he doesn't care, I don't mean like disrespectfully. He just going at. He's in constant competition. He's going at you. He'll come 10,000 times. He'll come once, it don't work. He coming again. He coming again. It's not something where it's just, it didn't work the first time, so I'm a little discouraged. Nah, he coming.
Do you know how Russ plays?
Transition, you got a guy like Westbrook that's going 100 miles per hour. There's going to be some problems regardless.
I think with Russ, you almost have to play quick. If he passes to you and you open, you don't shoot it.
He get mad at you, so.
The speed, the powerfulness, and the athleticism that he goes from defense to offense with the ball. And like he started his 2 steps at the half court almost, and his last step is almost at the free throw line, which makes it impossible for the defense to block the shot. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna play with this guy this year.
I mean, it's very important having him back. We just got a Hall of Fame point guard that's been through it. I think that's going to be big for us coming into the year.
It was the reason I out there. I think he's starting to figure out his role, if that makes sense, in the way that he can impact their team, no matter how teams are defending him.
Ultimate professional. I mean, he's been playing his ass off. He's been hooping. You're talking about almost a triple-double off the bench. That's fucking impressive. That's impressive. It's good to see, everybody kind of recognize that, my boy is still Russ, not just, some guy who's just, I don't know, in their mind all washed up.
One, he's an amazing teammate. Complete opposite of kind of the picture everybody kind of paints him to be.
This is how it goes. When I hoop, I have no friends.
You're his teammate, he rides for you. He doesn't give a damn if you're on another team. And I enjoy playing with him. We knew what we were getting in practice and in game. And it was the same guy, right? He would go hard in practice, pushing everybody. He pushed me. You know how it is. It's 82 games, man. You don't want to play every game. You don't want to, you're tired, right? You don't want to practice every day, right? And so to see his mindset, he's like, no, let's go, let's go, keep going. All I kept hearing, that's why. That part of him is phenomenal. And then just the impact that he has on the game, right? He is a guy that needs the ball. He wants to make a mistake versus you making a mistake. He'd rather be mad at himself versus getting mad at you, right? And I think that's a simple way of putting it. It's always a pass first play. It's very rarely, unless he's feeling it that night, that he's just going to go coast to coast and just say F everybody.
When Westbrook came to the locker room, into the gym, we were playing, right? He said, so we're going up and down. He said, Westbrook watching. Hold on, give me the ball. Hold on, y'all, hold on.
Hell yeah.
He pointed to me. He said, y'all know who the fuck that is? Huh, do y'all know who that is right there? Bradley Beal right there. All-star, all-NBA player, best player on this team. Y'all went up 7 times, he didn't get the ball. Bradley Beal right there.
My point.
Right? He's supposed to get the ball all 7 times.
Every time.
And he gonna give it to y'all. Y'all should be looking for him the whole time. Bradley Beal sitting there he said, man, I loved Westbrook. I'm mad he left.
Yeah, he's one of the best teammates I've ever had. As a person, you can't get much better. I got December of my rookie year in Minnesota. He reached out 3 or 4 times, asked him if I need anything, offered to send me stuff, whatever I needed. So as a person, you couldn't get better. And same as a teammate, he was always, empowering everybody to really be better and do better and one more. Like you said, he gets a bad rap, and I don't really understand why.
It was the craziest thing I witnessed.
Whatever you want to call it, whatever when you want to name it, mate. Intense, passionate, angry, psycho, whatever you got. When you're 100% committed and everyone's on the same page for whatever it is, even if it may not be the most optimal scheme, it has a higher chance of succeeding than the one when you're kind of on the fence about, right? Because everyone's on the same page and all that sort of stuff, right? Probably the biggest thing that I liked about Russ is that he'll just make a decision where no one really would kind of have the nuts to kind of come say, hey, this is what we're doing. He'll just say, no, we're doing this, and that's what we're doing. And so everyone's on the same page, no problems, right?
Just watching him coming up, everything he was doing, averaging triple-double 3 straight years. Definitely a tough guy. He doesn't care about who's on the floor, who's on the other side of the ball. And that's definitely a mentality I got. I think our first game, Houston came to us. I talked to him after the game. He was just telling me, keep going, keep being like a killer that I am, and just keep pushing and leading the team. This definitely was one of those moments you'll be like, wow, watching a guy, grew up watching, and now you actually playing against him. So.
Known him ever since he was a rookie in the NBA, and seeing him and his career blossom is just unbelievable. I never thought in a million years we'd see somebody average a triple-double for a season, and to see him do it 4 times is it's insane. I haven't had one in my career, so to get an average of one for 82 games is unbelievable. But he's one of the best players ever played.
It's Allen Iverson's favorite player.
Incredible. I mean, he's my favorite player in the league. I have a lot of respect, admiration for the guy.
I just think the talent level is so incredible. What Russell was doing this year is epic.
And it's so valuable.
And, you just got to challenge every shot that he puts up. He's a hell of a player, man. Getting downhill at the basket, can make the outside shot
and loves to get his teammates involved. When you're playing against somebody like that, you just got to try your best to make everything tough for him.
What are your mind?
You're amazed by the greatness because none of us thought that we would ever see another triple-double average in the game of basketball. He's one of the greatest players to ever play this game because he's done something that has not been done often, and especially something that everyone said that will never be done again.
When I think about
Russ has always been a big role model for me from afar. Growing up in Oklahoma, him spending most of his career there, I think he's been a big role model for me. And growing up through high school and in college, just his mentality and the way he plays, and he just doesn't treat any night easy. He takes every night like it's his last one, and he just plays hard. And I think just having that mindset and going out there and playing that way is something I try to instill in myself.
Just the force that he plays with every game. The energy that he plays with. Obviously, everyone talks about it. It's just, that's a talent, and in itself, without his abilities.
Here, fam.
I used to work out with Russ numerous years. Still work out with him whenever I can, here and there during the summer. But just to see that he's happy, that's the only thing I care about. Him and his family, making sure that they're all right. He's happy. He loves playing the game the way that he wants to play. All the other stuff I'll leave out.
Being the underdog, I think that he always had a chip on his shoulder. He was overlooked in high school and he was overlooked in college. People didn't think that he would mature and become who he is. And so I liken him to Michael Jordan, just because of his competitive fire and nature and, it's him against anybody, him against the world mentality. So when he's out there, people say he plays like a man possessed, but the ball goes up, he's trying to get tip dunks. He sees himself as a player, a playmaker, and somebody who, if there's a rebound, he can out-jump pretty much 90% of the guys on the court.
I mean, this guy has got great speed. He's got great strength. He's got great power. He's got an incredibly competitive will for a guard. And Jalen and Tracy and Chauncey will tell you, I mean, you're going to get the points and assists. This guy's averaging 11 rebounds a game. So
you just have to sit back and just be in awe. I mean, I know people are always going to say stat padding or he's stat hunting, whatever, for him to come in and I don't want to say single-handedly because he did have 21 assists, so somebody has to finish those assists. Yeah. But nonetheless, I mean, that is just an incredible. I just don't think he gets nearly the appreciation that he really deserves.
Russell's season is the best that I know I've ever seen. I played against Jordans and all these great players and Kobe's and Iversons and Shaq's. This is the best season I've ever seen.
That's a man.
Yes, he's a bad dude.
If you don't respect and admire Russell Westbrook, there's something wrong with you.
People are going to always criticize when you're successful and, you're doing your thing for this long, Somebody going to always find something that they don't like about you. But Russ has been resilient his whole life. He come to work, don't say much, just come hoop. So when he's retired, people are going to really tell the truth about how they feel about his game. Right now, it's a fun thing to do is to make a joke out of Russ, but he the way he's been playing is since he got with the Clippers, showed everybody who he really is.
Thank you so much for watching. For more content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel.